weather is finally beginning to cool down, and I don't know about you, but anytime the weather changes, I'm always itching for a really good declutter and organization weekend. Twice a year, I always do a big closet declutter, switching out my clothes. But this year, I want to take it a step further. Fun fact, I might be moving soon, not to a new city, just potentially to a new apartment. And I want to start preparing for this potential move by purging a lot of stuff that I own. Clothes, picture frames, other decor. So tomorrow, Kelly's coming over to help me declutter. She's in the market for some picture frames, and I told her I might be able to help her out. And there's a few things I want to do to prepare for tomorrow. But the big thing that I'm going to do is reorganize the furniture in my room. I actually don't even remember the last time I took you guys on any sort of apartment tour or did a home decorating video, but I don't think y'all know that what used to be my office is now my bedroom / editing space, and what used to be my bedroom is now my crafting room. In the previous layout, I had my bed tucked into like what's supposed to be a dining room that I don't need. I loved the little bed nook, that worked very well for me, but I always had a lot of trouble with the office section and figuring out what the layout and system should be in there. So I switched the bed with all the crafting stuff. Definitely loving the new crafting setup. There's definitely still some organization that needs to happen, but I'm happy with the change. So I'm moving the bed for a second time. Let's do that now. So here's the room. Let me talk you through what's going on right now, what's working, what's not working, what I want to change. Also, I'm doing laundry right now, which is why there's no sheets on the bed. I actually don't mind the bed here. I had it the other direction before, but I wasn't a fan of that. It like came all the way down to the edge where the closet is. It actually kind of blocked it a little bit, so that did not work. The thing that I don't love about this is this end table. It's way too small for me. I prefer a bigger end table, but obviously there's no room for something much bigger than what I have. So not working the best. Over here, I actually do like a lot about where this computer setup is. This is my main editing computer. I also game on here. It doesn't look very nice in the camera, but the light switch by the door here, that turns on that lamp and those string lights. And I do like how that looks. The downside with the computer being there is it's so close to the bathroom. The tub is just on the other side of this wall. And I don't really like all of my electronics being that close to all the moisture. The change I'm doing in here is going to hopefully take care of that. Then moving on to the other side of the room, obviously you can see anything? It's so bright. Let me fix this brightness a little bit. It still doesn't look great, but I had a gallery wall here, but some things I've taken down and I've shifted this around. This is just like a hodgepodge of things, but what is working on this side is this projector here, which is also connected to my PlayStation. So if we flip around to the other wall, this wall becomes my gaming wall. I like that. I want to keep the projector on this wall so that the wall behind me has the image on it, but I want to have my bed be the main place I am gaming from on my PlayStation. I want to turn the beanbag chair into a reading chair situation, which is typically what I've used it for, but in this layout, for some reason, it's just become like a dumping ground for clothing. Something about this setup is really just not working, and then like this end table also, it's not really functioning in any way. The most functional thing is having my laundry basket here, so that needs to be in this room somewhere. I just don't think I'm gonna keep it there. So if I can get my bed onto this wall, I'd ideally also like to keep this end table here and the shelf. Moving the bed is all I am going to do today. Before I take a lot of time and move this entire setup, I just want to make sure I like sleeping here. So I'm going to take a few days, maybe game a little bit on the projector. One thing I will say is I do anticipate that I will like the bed here, but that the projector shelf will be on this side and the end table will end up over here, making everything shift a little bit, because this is just feeling a little bit too crowded, and the projector screen over here just gets gets a little too close to the window and kind of cuts off a little bit. So that will likely move. But like I said, today was just about moving the bed, seeing how this feels. Probably in like a week, I will readdress this. But my main focus is on the declutter that I'm doing tomorrow that Kelly is helping me with. So I'm gonna call it a night, and I'll see you tomorrow when I throw away 50% of the things I own. Probably won't end up being that much, but we are aiming high. It's the next day. Kelly's here. I don't know why she's hiding. Okay, I switched cameras, but I kept the tripod in the same spot. I wonder how different it looks.
That is gonna be interesting.
This one I'm donating. I'm keeping the thing inside though.
Let me look.
Also this one I'm getting rid of, this other red one. This one I'm keeping.
That's cute.
It's cute, right? This one I'm keeping. It's my tarot card from Michael and the description of it. And I love how I framed it.
Yeah.
I do need to print the paper on a more like warm toned paper.
Where you just stain that one with a tea bag.
It's a picture,
Oh,
it's not paper. But I think that's what I want to do. I just want to print it on like regular paper and then teabag it. No, which is a gamer term.
Yeah.
And then this frame I'm keeping. I've never put anything in it. This thing needs to be in this
Damn it,
frame.
I was hoping you were gonna
Okay, this is the end of the frames as far as I know, and they're all keeps. It's Darth Vader and Boba Fett. They're drinking a milkshake.
That's cute.
And they're smoking a hookah. One of these I think is cosplay, which I'm not gonna go. Oh.
I'm sorry for laughing.
This is an upcycling bin where we have to figure out, do I have a vision for this thing or not? The first thing I see, the answer is I don't have a vision for this jacket.
Oh my god, can I try it on?
Yeah, it's very cute. It's just not my style.
That is cute. It's not my style either.
This
I
is
guess
from
I
the
can't
closet of
try it.
Marissa Bertani.
How short is Marissa?
She's my height.
What kind of arms does she have?
Human arms?
I have really long arms for my height.
Yeah, that's a little small on you, I think. Okay, these jeans, oh, I used to love these jeans, but they have so many holes in them and they have a hole right in the crotch. And the question is, am I gonna patch these jeans? Or when I wanna patch jeans, am I just gonna go to the thrift store and find a pair of jeans to patch? Okay, these pants, I feel like are something I could do an upcycle. I've been looking for this
Oh my gosh, why is it in there?
because it has bleach stains all over it.
So?
So I wanna do a tie-dye bleach.
Oh, on purpose.
The lore behind this shirt. It's a logo from a t-shirt of a character worn on The Walking Dead. I rage quit that show. So there was a time when this would have been a cool pillow.
Yeah.
The time is not here anymore. These I'm keeping. They're 2 button downs. They were my dad's shirts and I feel like they would be cute with something else's.
Yeah.
And then here's 2.
Ooh.
I think that's plenty of projects for me to have on deck. Okay, this bin, I believe, is labeled incorrectly. Yes, it says cosplay and upcycling, and it is not. So first, these pumpkins, I want to get rid of them.
Really?
They just take up too much space.
Can I have the
You
orange
can have
one?
both of them.
Don't throw it.
You can have it.
Thank you.
Gift bags. These I actually love keeping in my craft room for like organizational purposes.
Really?
Yeah.
I always throw those out.
Oh, I love them. I'll just consolidate them into one. I hate buying gift bags for people's birthdays. It feels so wasteful to me. And so I just keep these. If you're mad about the packaging I put your gift in because they're re-gifted,
Yeah.
I am a thrifter. This is something I just never put up, but I plan on one day.
Is it puzzle?
Nope, it is a strip light.
My eyes are blurry right now.
But this would be home decor, which I guess this is, but this feels too much of a mishmash of things. I also have like bags in here that I'm like, maybe I'll use them one day.
Why would you use the wallflower?
And because like they're good bags.
They're not.
These are good bags. The fact that they give you these every time you buy stuff for the garden, this is so freaking wasteful. I could put things in these.
Like what?
Like, okay, that last bin had like plastic bags full of fabric.
You should only save clear bags.
No,
for that.
no, yeah, you're right. Okay, I've got this lightsaber.
You know, we're spending a whole lot of time not decluttering, Leah. We can play with our lightsabers
There we
later.
go. There's the kyber crystal. Can't deal with it right now.
She says after 10 minutes of playing with it.
We've got Skylar, and this is Voysey.
Did you name them or are they characters?
I named them. And this is Donnie. So they're my little guys. More Halloween decor. Oh, little clown cafe thing. This is my Hanukkah stuff in its own bag. That's what I'm aiming for with the Halloween stuff. Happy Halloween. Bunting. Throw blanket for Halloween.
Cute.
Oh, I forgot I've never burned this last year. It's one of those bleeding candles.
Yeah.
I have these candles. I don't know if I'll ever use them.
Don't.
Yeah. I'm like looking at you for approval.
I approve.
I've got all these little skull heads.
Leah convinced me to let her keep the freaking gardening bags.
There are skulls inside of here now. Okay, so these are all the bins that we organized. Not those. That's my broken sewing machine and the box for my new light to figure out what I'm going to do with those. But we've got everything labeled and organized. I don't know where the label is on that one. I think it's on the other side. Upcycling, cosplay. This is Halloween decor. This bin is the stationery bin. These are just like gift bags. And in here, electronics. Then over here, this is the cell pile. There's not a ton. I've got this router modem. I don't know the difference that I don't use anymore. So I'm going to sell that. Some clothes, but I'm going to hold off on the clothes until I go through my closet another day. Then the donation pile, we've got some like little tripods, this pumpkin, not the label maker. That is not a part of the pile. Just some artwork, a few things here. But again, going to wait to donate all of that until I go through my closet. So I'm just going to throw this stuff into bags for now. And then we've got trash over here. We're throwing away one of these bins because it's kind of broken on this side. And then this big pile of trash. So I think I did a good job. I was able to consolidate enough that this one bin is empty. So I basically threw away a bin's worth of things. Are you proud of me?
Yeah, I did most of the heavy lifting.
She did. I wouldn't have been able to do it without Kelly.
And she ended up keeping both of her gardening bags.
I did. I put other things in them. That's why I kept the bags and then I put labels on them so I know what's in them. Since last you saw me, I changed more in the bedroom. I finally moved the desk over to this corner. I'm really enjoying it over here. It's nice being by the sun, and also behind this curtain solved a problem I didn't know I had, which was I wanted a place to hide my fan that I use in here. So now it's in a place where I can use it when I'm using the desk or laying in bed, and when I'm done with it, I can just hide it and you could barely tell it's there. So yes, loving the desk over here. I also brought the string lights over. I like that vibe on the desk. Now on the other side of the room, this was an unexpected change. I had been using this little desk here as a vanity, or I wanted to use it as a vanity. It was in the living room, but I never, ever used it as a vanity. So I decided to use it as like a little writing desk. I always love to have a little landing pad in the morning. And so I'm going to try this as that. Basically what that means is at night when I go to sleep, I'll leave my phone on this desk. So when the alarm goes off in the morning, it brings me right to the section where I have some of my writing, some of my like morning to do. So we'll see how that works. Also have my laundry bin. Now it's sort of like hidden back here, which is nice. And then I actually decided to bring my cosplay rack in here. My projects that I'm currently working on will definitely live in the craft room, but anything that's finished, I thought would be nice to have out here or in my walk-in closet. And then these are just two makeup bins. They look fine for now. I can definitely organize this better, but if I move soon, I'm gonna have to solve new problems there. So this is functioning well. If it's not the most aesthetic, I think it looks good enough. Then on the other side, I did something different. So previously, the projector shelf was over here. I said I was going to put the projector shelf over here, but shift the bed that way so that this end table is on that side. The one problem I found with having this bed here was the bathroom. I felt like when I walked out of the bathroom, the bed was so close. So I actually needed to shift the bed the other direction, which works well. One, it solves this bathroom problem. I'm near the light switch now, which is nice. And I have to redecorate these shelves, but I kind of like this layering thing where the end table is in front of the shelf, especially now that I have my mirror in here. I want to have all of my makeup stuff in this room like I showed you before over here. There's some more makeup stuff like hidden behind the mirror. But since that bottom shelf is now like completely hidden, I have my router back there, which is something that's not aesthetically pleasing. It could also be a place for me to put my makeup. Hate this lamp, hate it so much, but there's so much going on here, you barely even see it. I'm very excited to do the upcycle I have planned for that lamp. And then my guitar found its place in here. So yeah, this is the new room layout. I am very much feeling it. So yeah, happy with this. Going to leave like this wall mostly bare because of the projector, but gonna decorate up here. Probably some stuff on this wall, and then on this wall, just some simple stuff, because like I said, if I move soon, I'm gonna have to change it anyway. And until I move, I'm like extremely happy with what I have going on in this room. I think it'll be a good jumping off point for wherever I move to and whatever that bedroom ends up being. And since I moved the clothing rack into the bedroom, you're probably wondering where the beanbag chair is. I brought it into the living room. I'm super happy with how this looks. I also was struggling a little bit because I felt like some of the accents in this room didn't match. Since I brightened it up with the pillows and the carpet, I felt like the lamps that were black and the curtains over here that are black felt really out of place. Even like the two little tables, which I'm not 100% sure I'm even planning to keep, but while I'm living here, I just want everything to feel cohesive. So bringing in this black furniture piece, I think helped anchor these other black furniture pieces in this room. So enjoying this, not really much that's gonna change. Oh, but I had a little bistro table in the area that the beanbag chair is in now. It used to live outside. I brought it inside, and now the table lives right over here where the vanity used to be. Back here on this wall where the clothing rack used to be is now where I'm going to house any projects I'm currently working on and all of my filming equipment. The biggest change that's probably gonna happen in here, I don't know if I'll tackle it this week, is switching this little bookshelf here with this rack. So I think the bookshelf is gonna live on the center of this wall, and then I'll house the filming equipment like around it, probably a little onto this wall as well. And then this shelf, it's a little taller, will live here, and that's where there'll be more materials for the current cosplays that I'm working on, but everything is coming along quite nicely. Well, that's where we're going to call it for now. It's actually been a few weeks since I switched the layout of the bedroom, and it's been working really well for me. I feel like it was the last piece of the puzzle that needed to click in for this apartment to function as well as it can for as long as I still live here. The moving story is a separate thing that I will definitely go into when I actually do move. I'm sure I will be documenting that entire process as it comes around. But for now, that decluttering and reorganizing felt very good. It's actually inspired me to do an entire closet clean out, specifically with my clothes. I've just been acquiring so much stuff. I realized I still had shirts from high school, which I absolutely do not need. So that's gonna be the next organization project I tackle. Hopefully I will get rid of a lot of stuff. Thank you for coming along for another vlog. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you soon. Peace out.
Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 띵하고 어지러워. I see. 한여름에도 넌 겨울.